Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Logan, and today we're taking a look at the 40-volt Ryobi 18-inch chainsaw. This thing is awesome. It's a beast. If you haven't seen our box opening video, it's on our other channel, Solely Ryobi. There's a link in the description below. Go check that out. Today we're using it not in a recommended fashion. We've been taking out this stump, and we want to show you some of the things that we found, some of the limits we put this to, and talk about some of the other interesting tidbits and facts about this tool. So stay tuned. All right guys, like I said, we're using this today in a manner that is not recommended, but we want to talk about some of the limits we've pushed this saw to, where it finds its limits, and some of the quirks and features. First off, let's start with the case, kind of how this is set up, what it has. So right off the bat, this case is really, really cool. Obviously, it's not the best quality. The latches, eventually these latches are going to break. They're going to wear and wear out. That's just matter of fact. But the case itself, as far as the size, the layout, everything is awesome. Now, it comes with a 5 amp hour battery and a charger, which can fit in the case. Typically, you're not going to be probably toting the charger around. So if you take the charger out, it has enough room in here for the oil. This is a 1 quart, just standard chain bar oil. You've got, again, the 5 amp hour battery was in here. Another 4 amp hour battery was in here. And I've also got a 6 amp hour battery in here. So I've got 3 batteries, or possibly even more, depending on what batteries you have, can all fit in this case, all locked up just like that. So really, really cool. I even have a flathead screwdriver, and I'll get to why I have that as well. Again, inside we've got all these batteries. We'll get these batteries out. We've got the oil, and then the tool itself. And the tool so far has met or exceeded every expectation. Now, again, if you haven't seen our other videos, go check out the other chainsaws we've reviewed. This is now the 3rd 40-volt Ryobi chainsaw that we've used. So they've made incremental improvements. This, again, is the first 18-inch bar and chain that they've released, and it's the first one with the mechanical chain brake, which is freaking awesome. Love, love, love that. Everything else is pretty much on par or slightly improved over their previous model, so we won't dive too much into that. But definitely love the fact that you can use any of the batteries, including these massive 6 amp hour batteries, because of the way that the battery terminal is designed. So that's awesome. Oil on the side. Now, the one thing, and this was, again, pretty standard, is the oil reservoir is hard to read when you get it all gummed up, when you've been using it. So you definitely need to open it up from time to time and check the oil. One other thing, the oil, now that we're talking about the oil, it doesn't leak, or hasn't seemed to leak like the previous models. Now, this one does have the ability to control the oil output here on the bottom. So there's a little, you can use the onboard tool to control the oil output, or the auto oiler. It actually has a little dial. That is a new feature specific to this one that we really like. The one time we did have a problem, we didn't get the cap screwed on just right. This is plastic on plastic, so if you're not careful, you can misthread that, and it leaked all over the case, which is actually why we've got this little paper towel in there. Since that, though, haven't had an issue. Now, real quick, let's talk about the screwdriver. Why do I have an extra screwdriver? Well, this chain tension, the chain tension, or this, can't remember what it's technically called, but the ability to tighten this chain is very difficult with the onboard tool. The tool is really nice for getting off these nuts and being able to, if the chain gets loose, you can do massive adjustments. But to do these fine tuning adjustments, it's just really nice to have the screwdriver. So it's not an issue or problem. It's just something to consider. We've decided to throw in the screwdriver there. All right, now before we get to the actual cutting, because we're going to do that here in a second. We'll cut some of this stump and show you just how well it does and how impressive it is, even though this is not what it's meant to do. Batteries. So we did notice with the 5 amp hour battery that's included, it does seem to shut down before the battery actually runs out of juice. So there's still juice in the battery, and it will shut the tool shut down. It knows the battery's getting too hot or something's going on, the electronics, and it's smart enough to shut it down so it doesn't ruin the battery. The 6 amp hour battery, on the other hand, does not have that issue. The battery does not shut down, or however it's designed, it does not need to shut the tool down. The tool will run the battery all the way dead. In fact, most of the time it ends up getting clogged long before the battery even runs out. So that's something to consider. We found that with these more compact batteries, they overheat, or the tool's overheating, or the battery's overheating. Something is causing it to shut down before the battery's actually dead. Where these larger batteries, the size, for whatever reason, have the ability to continue running. So just an interesting fact or tidbit about those. But let's get to what you guys came to see, and that's cutting some of this stump up. So let's get going. She's a little loose. Freaking stinky swamp. Living in the swamp. Slide up just a hair. Whew. Too tight. We won't be throwing the rest of it in. Thought that was more empty than it really was. All right, so I've got the 6 amp hour battery. Like I said, these bigger batteries, I just prefer them, which is gonna make Sam really unhappy, because when he when I take this tool to him, because I'm gonna take it to Utah, he's not gonna have a 6 amp hour battery to run in it. So that's unfortunate for him. But anyway, so we've got the chain tight, we've got some oil in here. Now again, the mechanical chain brake right here, you gotta pull that back to engage. Once you've done that, you have the safety here and a trigger. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and start hitting this stump a little bit, because right around here is where I need a fence post to go. So we're gonna try and take out as much of this stump as possible so we can get a fence post in here. But let's see what this bad boy can do. When it smokes like that. Don't know what we're hitting in there, but it's smoking. There are burn marks. That's freaking starting a fire. Are those what I think they are? Freaking termites. Look at them go. Yeehaw. Yeah, she's dull, I think. All right, so the chain is probably dull. The amount of smoking coming out of there tells us that this chain has been well used, and I don't want to spend the time to sharpen it, so I went and picked up the Power Care 2-chain pack. Now, the box does say to get the Y62 and the .050 gauge, so hopefully this works. It does on the back have the Ryobi RY10532, which is not this chainsaw. This one is brand new, so it's probably not on the package yet, but the Ryobi package for the chainsaw did say the RY or the Y62.050. So let's open it up, see if it fits, and see if we can continue cutting some of the stump up here. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Spacing looks good. Everything looks good. Okay. Last thing I want to do is drop this freaking tool down in the, or any of these bolts down into that muck. That is nasty. Whew. Okay. It's been a good chain. We'll keep it around, we'll get it sharpened up and use it another time, but for now, let's pull out a new one and make sure have this going the right way. Yes. Tighten this back up. Pop these bad boys on here. All right, tool back in the storage. Again, before it was kind of shredding the wood, so let's see if we can do an actual cut and actually make some progress here. Let's finish off this cut right here, and then we'll go for more. Yeah, that was a dullard, because that was anything but slowly through. We're gonna try, should I try to just go straight down? Let's try, let's give this a shot. I'm not sure what that one's connected to anymore, because that one's loose and that one's still not moving. I'm just gonna get covered. I can feel it already. Ready for this? I got a little loose on the blade, so we're gonna tighten up the blade here. So far, used about half the battery, maybe a little bit more. Interesting, so I got the battery to flash double green. We'll have to figure out what that one means. Not seeing that one. That might be the overload. Well, one battery down. Pop in another 6 amp hour battery. I'm almost through this, I think. Looks like it's moving on all sides, right? Like every bit of this is starting to go in different directions. Oh, baby. That came in my face.
crosscut.
Oh, I think the camera's rolling. Help me. Oh, thank you. Okay. Crap. Okay. No, it just pinched it because everything fell on it. Oh. Nothing's stable. Ouch. One freaking root down there. See? There's one root that didn't want to be released. Oh my gosh. Oh. Took out the sample core. Hold on, come back. Okay, go. Perfect. Oh my gosh, this one's just as heavy. Not quite, but okay. There's that. There's that. All right, guys, there it is. This is a beast of a tool. As far as chainsaws go, this feels like gas power. Obviously, the chain matters, how sharp the chain is, and cutting down a stump is obviously not what this is meant for, but less than 2 full chains, I mean, arguably we could have sharpened the first chain, and we could have had this entire massive stump out, which is crazy. crazy considering, again, this is just a battery. These are battery powered, and we use probably 5 of the 6 amp hour batteries fully charged, and we got the 5 amp hour battery. That was the last one we pulled out, and it's still fully charged. One thing that would be really cool, and we're pretty notorious for pointing out things that are kind of strange, would be an LED light. Now, it's getting dark out here, and you should probably not be cutting in the dark, but illuminating the chain and where the chain's hitting would be really, really cool. So I don't know if that's even something that is remotely on their radar, Ryobi, as far as possible improvements, but that would be a really cool one, is an LED light, even up here on the chain brake. That'd be super cool because it would illuminate everything. And even the ability to illuminate while you're working on it would be really nice. So anyway, just some thoughts on some potential improvements. Again, the things that they've done to it, the chain brake, mechanical chain brake is awesome. Oh, it's so good. 18-inch, and these new batteries are phenomenal. This is an amazing tool. We're going to put it through a whole bunch more, compare it to the other, again, the other Ryobi chainsaws that we have. But in the meantime, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you guys think, what chainsaws you have, what you use them for, all that great stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.